What's up, family? It's Navate, and I'm back this week talking about how to get serious about money. We always put things when it comes to money off, and so I want to give you some tips of how you can just get started. Before we start looking at a plan, before we start looking at a budget, how do we get to the point where we say, okay, I think I'm really ready to tackle this, all right? So if you want to learn about how you can get serious about money, keep on watching. So today I'm going to be talking about a couple things, but I want to first share with you guys how we got serious. Like I've mentioned before in one of my past videos, Kelvin and I actually went through the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University, and when we went through that, we were engaged. And so we hadn't really thought seriously about, how we were going to attack any of the debts we had, or, what financial plan we had. And so it was kind of like, okay, we know we need to do it, but we didn't start, okay? Fast forward maybe 9 to 10 months, I actually saw a Pinterest post, and that Pinterest post said, hey, I was able to pay off $30,000 in debt. So I'm looking like, okay, I know I got way more debt than that. So if she can do it, then I can do it. And so I looked at Kelvin and I was like, honey, I think we really need to do this. Like, I don't think we need to wait to do this. I don't think this is like a 10-year plan. I don't want to do the 10-year repayment plan. I want to go ahead and get it done. And so he said, okay, let's come up with a plan. And so we literally had to figure out what was going to motivate us, because it was hard. We literally had to eat beans and rice, eat vegetables, do things we didn't want to do in order to reach our goal. But it took us having to sit down and say, why do we want to do this? Well, for me, I love to travel. This year we were able to go to Mexico for vacation. Last year we went to Canada. All these things are able to happen now because we have paid off all of our debts and we're getting our money in order. And I always knew that's something that I wanted to do more. I just felt like, okay, I'm never going to be able to do it because I'm never going to have enough money, because my money's always going to my student loans, and I didn't want that anymore. And so from there, I said, okay, I know I want to do this so that I can travel more, and I also want to leave something for my children. A lot of people, they amass all this debt. It comes time to give something to their kids and they're like, well, I don't really have much. And I want my children to really have something tangible, like, okay, I may not be a millionaire, but I will be in the future, in Jesus' name, okay? So I want to be able to give them something and say, hey, start, this is for college. Go, pay for college. Or I want to be able to say, oh, you need help getting a car? I can help pay for your cash car. I'm not paying for the whole thing, come on, but I'm going to help pay for some of it, because we got to do some work. We need to have responsibility around here, okay? So those are the ways that I was able to get serious about money. And then I want to show you also some of the things you can start to do or start thinking about now that can get you mentally prepared for making those decisions. All right, folks. So first tip that I'm going to talk about is from a book that I read called Start With Why. So it literally just talks about starting with why you want to do what you're trying to do. So for money, okay, what is it that you want to do? Do you want to get a business? Are you looking at retirement? Are you wanting to help your kids pay off college? Are you wanting to just do that dream that you've been thinking about for so long that it just seems out of mind because you never have enough money to go towards it? So write those things down. Figure out what it is that's going to motivate you every day, because guess what? Eating beans and rice is not fun. But when you have a goal and you tell yourself, I'm doing this for this season, I'm doing this for this amount of time so that I can reach a certain goal, it'll keep you from getting instant gratification, because that's what we're doing right now. We're being instantly gratified, and we're not working towards those things that are really going to help us to be financially literate or financially free. Okay, so when you start with why, you can then start with the end in mind. And so you see yourself, walking on a beach, or you see yourself, with $1 million business, or you see yourself doing whatever it is you want to do. Start with the end in mind and then work backwards. What is it going to take in order for you to get towards that goal that you have financially? Okay. The second thing that I'm going to talk about is getting an accountability partner, okay? When Kelvin and I were actually getting out of debt, we had each other, okay? When we were telling people what we were doing, they were like, psh, You crazy, girl. Like, you're not about to pay off all that. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But we were like, no, this is what we're going to do. So guess what? We're not giving a whole bunch of Christmas gifts out. Guess what? We're not going out to eat a lot. Guess what? We're not doing a lot of things, because in order for us to meet our goals, we have to do these things. And so you need to get an accountability partner that's going to stay alongside with you, and that you can tell them what you're doing in order to reach your goals, okay? It's very important, because this person is going to say, you know, if you're saying, oh man, I really want to go to Miami, they're having this huge fest out there and I'm going to have a good time, and you've told them your goals and what you want to do with your money, hopefully they'll tell you, hey, is that on plan? Is that on plan with what you're trying to do? Now, I'm not telling you to not engage yourself, indulge yourself whenever you complete or, you know, complete a milestone financially, but I am telling you to have somebody there that's going to keep you on track. We need people that are going to tell us no all day long. Kelvin told me no. I told him no. There were several times I was like, honey, I just want to quit. I don't even care no more. I don't want to do this no more. But he said, no, honey, this is what we said we were going to do. This was your idea. We're doing this, and I think it's beneficial, so let's do it. Let's continue it until the finish, okay? The third thing I want to tell you guys to do is tell a friend, okay? Or tell people in general. Now, I'm not telling you to tell them your whole game plan. I'm just telling you to tell them, hey, you know, this is what I'm trying to do. If you're trying to get out of debt and, you know, you've told maybe your family and friends, you let them know, hey, this is what I want to do, okay? So then that's going to keep you accountable, because one, they're going to ask you every time they see you how that's going, right? So it's almost like speaking it, right? We're speaking it into existence. I used to talk to the money all the time. I said, look, my $70,000, you're not going to be here, you know, this time 2018, 2019, okay? So that means you got to go. So that means I'm telling myself I have to do whatever I have to do within reason in order to reach that goal. A lot of times we hear people say, don't tell anybody, just build quietly. Sometimes that works, but sometimes you need other people to be asking you about it, okay? Even if you don't reach it in the amount of time that you want, at least you have people they know and they want to see you progress. People want to help people, and so telling people is going to help you to build your confidence, to remind yourself why you're doing it, to have those conversations, okay? The very last thing that I'm going to tell you guys to do in order to get serious about your money is to give yourself a deadline, okay? How many people are procrastinators? I'm raising my hand, okay? I know that I will not do something until the last minute. I'm working on that, okay? We're all a work in progress. We're working on that. But at the same time, giving yourself a deadline will push you to reach those goals more than just saying, okay, well, I know I want to do it, but I don't really have a time frame. Time frame is very important, okay? If you give yourself a time frame, that'll help you to adjust your mind and say, okay, I know that today I have to do something in order to get this done by the end of the week. Or I know today I have to make a choice in order to meet the month end goal, okay? Giving yourself that deadline will give you an extra push, all right? For those of you that like to wait till the last minute, okay, it's okay if you don't reach the deadline, all right? The most important thing is you making or setting the goal so that you can say, oh, well, I didn't reach it in May, but guess what? I hit it in June, all right? I reached my goal at June, and that's okay. You can still celebrate because you still did it. At the very least, I want you guys to have some financial celebrations, some things that you can say in 2019, when we close out December, you can say, man, I set this goal and I reached it and I'm so happy. I was supposed to reach it in October, but guess what? I still made it before the end of 2019. Or if you make it in January, it's okay. It's okay. I want you guys to celebrate these things because it's important. It's important that we all get financially free and that we all be financially literate, all right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Comment below if you have tips on how to get serious or what things are going to motivate you to start doing what you need to do to be financially free, all right? Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos just like this one, talking about how we can be better with our money and how we can really get serious about those goals we have, all right? I hope to see you in the next video.